Okay, come, let's go back to that. Yeah. Okay, yes. Okay, so that's for word form. I'm not gonna go into like pronouns and SVA because these are quite basic stuff. So I'm not gonna really go too much into it. Just go and read on your own when you're doing your revision and be aware of the different words. Okay. Or sometimes if you know that it's a preposition error or pronoun error, but you cannot think of it, then you can always go back to this list and see, oh, what are the possible pronouns or prepositions I can use? Because I know sometimes you know what the error is, but you just cannot think of the word to replace it. So this table should be quite helpful for you. Same thing for conjunctions and phrasal verbs. I want to bring your attention to phrasal verbs because for phrasal verbs, right, when you change the preposition over here, like about, along, down, up, you change the complete meaning of the phrase over here. So this is something that you need to expose yourself to. Otherwise, you see, then you don't know what it means or you just think it's correct as well. Okay? So now, I want all of you to go and attempt this editing practice. Okay? And after you are done with this practice, just take 10 minutes. Go to this link. You can just scan it, okay? And key in your answers. Then you will know how many marks you get. I will also go through that. Okay, but you can do on the paper first, then you can key in your answer there after that. Also can. Okay, just take about 10 minutes. We stop at 11:30. Oops. Just
Sorry, I don't know.
so the online people as well, you're just go and do this, okay?
Right? Why? Because too much acid in the stomach.
Okay, are you all done? Okay, nice. That's fun. Oh, it's closed. Okay. Ayo. Let me see. Oh, sorry. Okay, I've opened up the link already. Okay. Yeah. Let me send you all the code again. Yeah. Yeah. I can see. Okay, so someone submitted already. Oh, this person got full marks. Wow. One person got 6 marks. Okay, so let's see. Okay, another person got 5. 4. Ayo. Okay, so let's see. Oh. Guys, let me answer soon. One last minute. Okay, for those who are done, you can read through the other parts of the notes because I won't be going through everything due to time. But yeah, okay. So another person got 5 marks. Try to submit your answers now. Okay. Oh wow, another person got 10 marks. Okay. Let me just check. One more, then we go through the Okay, good. So you can see like the average score is 5-ish. Okay. Editing, you need to try to score at least 7 or 8. Okay. I'm just gonna move on due to time. Y'all can continue submitting as I go through the answers together with all of you. Okay. Okay, let's look at it together now. Okay, later we'll review the score again. First step, look at the passage. It's about take away food. So you know it's probably gonna be a factual passage. So probably present tense already. So when you order takeaway food, whip up 1 quick meal from the canned food in your pantry and opt for frozen dinner. You may be exposing yourself to, over here will be, okay, come tell me your answer. Question 1. Yes, or. The N you will change to or. Okay. because this is a connector and you either take food from your pantry or you just make hot your frozen dinner. And over here, question 2, what's the answer? Correct, potentially. Potentially. This is a word form error over here. Good. Over the years, more and more chemicals have been added to food and its packaged to make it last longer. What's the answer? Yes, packaging. So same, another word form error. To make it last longer or look better. Some chemicals are put directly on food, others indirectly. Yes, so what sector is in/into? Either one is fine. Okay, good. So it's preposition error. Others indirectly. The letter is referring to indirectly. Okay, includes chemical from plastic, glue, dye, paper, cardboard. Yes, good. No error. And different types of coatings used for processing and packaging. What's the answer? Correct, use. Wow, you guys are really good. Use. An increasing number of studies suggested that some food additives can interfere. You don't know? Okay, it's okay. Come, what is the answer? Huh? Which is for 8. Yeah, what's for 7? Suggest, yes, correct. Suggest. Suggest. Okay, good. Oh, is it? Let me see. It's not that many. Let me see. 7. Suggest, all right? Did y'all get correct? Oh, the thing put wrong. Did y'all get correct? On the phone is also correct, right? Okay, maybe it's error. Okay, yeah. Suggest. Okay, suggest. Why is it suggest? Because the subject over here is number of studies. It is plural. That's why you would put no S. That is the clue. Okay, and of course, this is a phrasal verb, interfere with. It always comes with interfere with, not interfere with other things. Okay, possible side effects include thyroid hormone disruption, endocrine disruption. That involves, correct. It involves, very good. I just add here. Okay. Involves, yes. Okay, because that involves, yeah, because you're talking about the subject over here, endocrine disruption. As this is the subject, then this is the error. Okay. And last one, question 10. Mimicking estrogen and blocking testosterone, brain development. Yes. Okay. Okay, somebody is chatting. Please send me the paper. What paper? Yeah. Okay, come. So let's look. 15 people submitted their answers and 2 people got 10 marks. 1 person got 8. The rest is okay. Okay, so clearly you need to do more practice lah. Then the people who got 10, very good. Keep up the good work. Okay, good. Okay, now let's move on. Situational writing. I understand there is one person from IP program here, right? Is there someone? No? Nobody's from IP here? Okay, good. Okay. Okay. So unpack the situational. Did y'all learn this in school to do the PPACT? Yeah, we all do, right? So let me just do a very quick one over here. Just unpack the PPACT every time you do. You may think you don't have time, but just allocate 5 minutes to unpack it as well as plan your paragraphs. Okay, so I'm gonna skip this and just run through very quickly over here. To ace the situational writing, you need to paraphrase the given information. You know, they always give you like a whole list of info, very nice graphic, right? You cannot copy and leave the text like that. Please don't ever do that. That's very bad for your language marks. What you need to do is to go and paraphrase. Go and change the arrangement at the very least. If you cannot, go and think of another word, okay? At the very least, change the order of the points or just vary the sentence structure. Hey, you don't go and copy wholesale. Just leave like that, paste. Confirm you do very badly one, okay? Because this is not a copy and paste kind of test. This is a situational writing. And the very good students will be very good by adding in their own information. So if they are planning an event, for example, they will give the event a name. Or for example, if the person is saying, You will learn how to cook delicious food at this course. Then this person will go the extra mile and say what type of food they will learn. For example, they will learn cupcakes or pineapple tarts or I don't know, sirloin steak, whatever it is that the food they are thinking of. Okay, so you need to go and add in your own details. Or for example, they say, go to the zoo where you can see 1,000 over animals. Then what must you do? You must say some of the example of the animals are like elephants, tigers, lions. Just say something. It's not very hard because you guys know all these things. What you need to do is just to write it during the examination. Okay. Vary the sentence structure and use advanced vocabulary. So these things will be provided in class. Like we will learn different structures, how to make it a little bit more fancy, as well as some a little bit more advanced vocabulary words. Okay. Now, let's do one practice together. I want you all to go and identify the PPACT for this particular practice. And we will go through it in 2 minutes. Okay. 11:40 p.m. we will go through the PPACT. Just the PPACT. And those who are very fast, you can do the paragraph planning. So this would be your TF1, TF2, TF3, and finally TF4, right? So if you're very fast, you can also add in the components already. Is it your context is going to be here, or maybe your hook or whatever. Okay. So just take 2 minutes. We'll go through. Please differentiate between the purpose and the context. Purpose has some sort of verb. Okay, like to emphasize. Oh no, I got signed out. The heck? Stay inside, right? Whatever. Okay, can. 1 more minute, then we go through everything. Okay, I'm just gonna start now. First, tell me, I'll start from the back. What is the position? What are you? Correct, very good. So this is your position. You are a contributing writer for an online news website. So how do you go at the extra mile when you see this? What would a good writer do in terms of? Very good, correct. You will give a name if they never give it to you. Okay, so you can say I am from Mothership, I am from SGAG, whatever, or you can come up with your own. Maybe Raffles Press or something. I don't know. Okay, so just come up with a name. That would be good. Okay, because you're not just a rando online news website writer. Okay, that's for the position. Next, purpose. Correct. How do you know? It's because of the keyword attract, right? The word attract tells you that this is a purpose already because it's a verb, it's an action. You want people to react in a certain way. Next, audience. Who is your audience? Correct. Readers of the online news website, correct? So these people would be your audience. Good. Context. Context. Not sure. It's okay. Context is the background. So it's over here. The reason why you're writing. What happens before that made you want to write it or made you write it in the first place? It's because you and your family visited the zoo and you had a really enjoyable time over there. So you as a good student, you need to go and unpack What do you mean by you had a very enjoyable time over there? Is it you got to ride on the elephant, you got to take pictures, or you saw a very nice show, whatever? Okay, go and think about it. Then, yeah, you also can say during the March holidays, specify like, is it you feel very stressed, then you went, just add in a little bit more details of your mood. Okay, and finally, what is the tone? Correct, enthusiastic and lively. So some of the ways that you can demonstrate an enthusiastic and lively tone, right, is through your punctuations by using exclamation mark. You can also use rhetorical questions. Yeah, and you can also use modals such as will or can. Things that are a little bit more definitive. Make you say like, oh, you can definitely have a good time. You will enjoy yourself at the zoo. And also at the back part, this is also another part of the purpose. Okay, encourage, because of the word encourage. So you know it's part of the purpose, to attract them and also to encourage them to visit the zoo. So this is how you unpack it. And you will always need the context somewhere in your intro paragraph lah. Okay, so in the interest of time, I'm not sure how many of you managed to go and do this. Okay, but for this is an article, right? So an article, you always will start off with a hook. So a hook can be, for example, a rhetorical question, which most people like to do. How was your March holiday? Or fancy spending time with the animals? That's something you can talk about, a rhetorical question. Or you can be like, did you know that the Singapore Zoo has won blah, 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 this award? Something like that. Okay, you can combine it with interesting facts and statistics. This will be one way you can start normally. Okay. Apart from that, you can just talk about the context. So for articles, you do not really need to introduce yourself, because when people read an article, they don't really care who you are, right? Unless you are a celebrity. So if you're just a writer, you just write straight away. Okay? So for your TF1, which is the title, right? You can try different literary techniques to go and up your game. What I mean by that, for example, you can use alliteration. Okay, so spell wrongly, sorry. Alliteration. So you can use words that start with the same letter. I can't think of a word for the zoo, because Singapore Zoo, like zoo, there's not much adjective for zoo, right? But you can think of, for example, okay, let me just alliteration, or you can make references to pop culture, also can. Okay, or you can even use rhymes. Okay. So alliteration, let me think. We have the zoo. I cannot think of a word that starts with a Z. But for example, if you are talking about the bird park, you can be like brilliant bird park, for example. This is something you can try for your title. Okay? Or for rhyme, I cannot think of something like, we can just example like Gooey Zoo or something. Okay, like just something that ends with the same name. Okay, in reference to pop culture, I also cannot think of anything for the moment. If y'all can think, zoom to the zoo. Oh, this is very good. Yes, zoom to the zoo. Okay, this is good. Yeah, zoom to the zoo is also alliteration. Very good. Let's give her a pass. Okay, so this is what you can do. So the rest is up to you how you want to arrange your TF, but at the end of the day, when you're ending your thing, do not forget to include a call to action, right? Most common one is, so what are you waiting for? Then you can repeat what your classmate here over said, Lina. She said, zoom to the zoo. What are you waiting for? Let's zoom to the zoo this weekend. Something along this line. In an exclamation mark. Okay. That's what you can do. Call to action. Don't end with, therefore, I hope you will go to the zoo. It's very boring. Okay. That's something you can do. Good job, Lina. If any of you have others to share, please feel free to do that as well. Okay. Now, moving on. I want you guys to try with this stimulus, adding in your own information. There are 4 for you to write: rainforest kids, feeding sessions, splash safari, Raptopia. Yeah, I'm gonna do the first, probably the first one with you guys, then y'all can do the rest. So let's look at Raptopia. Raptopia back of house tour. Enter the realm of our scaly residents. Get up close with snakes and Komodo dragons. Take photos with our amazing reptilian friends. So for example, when you want to talk about snakes, you can say, get up close and personal with the majestic king cobra. You can also add in things about how maybe it is the shedding season. So if you are lucky, you may be able to see it shed its old hide or its old skin. Okay? That's something you can talk about. So Komodo dragons, you can add descriptions about it, such as it being very huge. Or you can also say, try and spot Komodo dragons basking in the sun. Yeah. Okay. Then make memories with our reptilian friends. Yeah. So when you say take photo, you can say, oh, there will be free Polaroids, for example, given to the first 50 visitors every day. Just add in interesting stuff to make people want to go, right? Okay. Then you can also say back of house tour, so it's just really just touching them. Okay. You can also assure them that it's very safe. Okay. Under the guidance and watchful eyes of the zoo's experienced and friendly zookeepers. Also okay. So just like that is enough for one good paragraph already. You just to go and convince them that, oh, you should go and do it. Okay. So if you guys, okay, you guys, I give you like 1 minute to copy first. Yeah. So those of you who are done, you all can go to this website. Let me find it first, sorry. Here. Okay, I'm gonna start the presentation. Oops. Okay, later I'll let you copy, don't worry. Okay, so go to the website and develop one point of your choice so that we can all look at it together. Okay, go to menti.com and then use code 19509620. Okay. Oh. Go to menti.com and fill up your, type out one paragraph of your choice. Okay, it is 11:49 now. We will stop at 11:55. 11:55 to 12. Try and participate as much as you can so that we can all learn together. Okay. So type out one paragraph. Yeah. You can choose anything. Oh, we have, what's this? People liking it already. Okay. So, please submit your answers and then we will go through them together. Okay. A lot of answers already. Okay, let's see. Wow, you guys are fast. Okay, let me split screen so I can see what is on the other side as well. Why is it so small? So many heart shapes. Okay, let's see what some people have read. Feeding sessions. You can get up close and touch the cute animals at Singapore Zoo. See what the animals do right in front of your eyes. Experience feeding an animal. Learn more about the various animals. Okay, so what you can say, you can elaborate more a little bit in terms of what would the animals be doing right in front of your eyes. Are they going to be like eating, or are they going to be playing with each other? What are they going to do? So this is a good start. What can make it even better is by specifying what the animals will do. Okay, am I allowed to like it? Enter. Okay, y'all can like it. Okay, I cannot like it. It's okay. Okay, next. Splash Safari Show. Get a chance to watch the majestic sea lions perform in action. Okay, nice. So maybe you can specify what are they doing. Are they going to balance a ball on their nose? Or what are they going to do? They're going to jump in and out of the water. I don't know. Okay, that's something you can talk about. Oh, yeah, very good. This is good. Like the ball balancing, slip and slide, and many more. You might even be able to hand feed them if you are the first 50 guests. Yes, this sounds very enticing. Even if you're not interested, just pretend it's very interesting. Okay. Now, get the rare opportunity to feed our animals when they are most active. Good. Some of our popular ones are giraffes and elephants. Okay, very good. Yeah, behind the scenes about the animals. So you can learn about the difficulties the zookeeper face, or some of the hilarious things that the animals do when they are working together with the zookeepers for their performances. Special Safari Show, look at how professionals train the cute sea lions behind closed door. Yes. Gasp in the beauty. Oh, cannot breathe. Yeah, but okay. In the beauty of the sea lions. Smart and adorable sea lions will leave you in awe. Okay, good. So like I mentioned, specify what the performance is, balancing the ball, whatever. Okay. Everyone seems to love the sea lion. Okay. Blow your mind away with their clever and funny antics. Good word. So please learn this word, antics. It's not the old things that kind of antics, but this is like things that they do. Okay. Wow, very good. Entertaining, aquatic, spectacle. Very good vocabulary words. So this will boost your language marks, definitely. Because we don't see many people using these kind of words and phrases. Okay, entice the audience. Yeah, good. Once again, specify what tricks they are. Feeding session, get a chance to get up close. Oh yes, resident giraffes, elephants, and more. So you see, you want to say you can get up close, take picture, feed them. You can also say feed them with what? Feed them with carrots, potatoes, or just feed them with what they normally eat. Also okay. Yeah. Squirmy sis. Yes. Okay, this sounds very funny, but yes, I wonder what the surprise is. Okay, get up close to animals and see them devour their food, share with you their remarkable. Yes, good. Memories. Okay, nice. Okay, yeah. Okay, you can go behind the scene. You can even learn about a day in the life of a zookeeper. I think a lot of us would be very curious about how they spend their day. It's definitely not just playing with the animals every day. Yeah, okay. Have a chance at feeding some of the animals. Feed koalas. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, if you can spell this out in the exam, it would also be very impressive because it is not a word that's easily spelled. Yeah, win a free stuffed koala. Good. Spend a wonderful time in the Rainforest Kids World. Okay, so for this one, you may also want to specify maybe what are the plants or anything. And the first 50 get 50% off. Also very good. Yes, you know Singaporeans love a good bargain, right? Because all cheapo. So yes, nice. Very good. Okay, very good. You guys are doing very good, very well. The document just closed on its own. Okay, give me a moment. Okay, for the editing just now, I know we are over it. So out of 15 people, yeah, the majority got around 5 marks. Okay. Back to the situational. So far you guys are doing a very, very good job about situational. Okay, so you can go and practice more on your own in preparation for your exams. I don't have time for the discursive writing or the expo. I just wrote like some basic notes for you guys, which is clear topic sentences, such as this. You don't want to sound very convoluted or yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. You don't want to sound too, I don't know why I cannot select things here. Hold on. Okay, let me just, yeah. Okay, now I can edit it already. Okay. Yeah, so these are just very basic notes. They normally ask you about advantages and disadvantages. So you don't want to be so boring to keep saying one advantage is, one disadvantage is. You can vary your words by saying one of the merits of social media, for example, or one of the upside of participating in a CCA is what. Then you can, however, one drawback is what, another limitation is what. So please use all these words instead of just saying advantage or disadvantage all the time. Some of the sample questions, and I'm going to move on. Okay. Normally, when you read the narrative text, which is your section B passage, right, you should go and read with all these things in mind. Okay, looking out for sensory details, looking out for literary devices, emotions, and difficult words. Due to the time constraints, I'm not going to go through reading with you guys. I know you might think it's very easy, but it's really not. But if you manage to master this skill, right, you'll be able to handle most of the narrative text. It's a very important skill, this one especially. Okay, it's more applicable for narrative. It's not really applicable for section C, mainly for section B. Okay, so for now, I think I'll go through that passage with you guys because, yeah. Okay, can you read to us the first paragraph? Correct. So there's more to the story. So over here, right, it is what the writer sees. The mother, she walks in a very odd way. Her legs are uneven. It's ungainly up and down when she walks. Okay, so this is something that will be in your mind. You must imagine it in your head. Okay, next. Right, so there's a lot of sensory details here, and it's very vivid to the point that it's kind of gross, right? Bulbous eyes means the eyes are so big, it's almost like popping out of their sockets already. That's bulbous eyes. And then you also have angular faces, which is very sharp faces. Okay? And then you have bodies that are very compact and segmented. And how the writer felt about it was very captivating. And then this is the sense of sight, right? This is the sense of sight. And then after that, you have the sense of hearing. I can hear the insistent thumping of the grasshopper. So the word insistent, right, means it is persisting, very consistent. It's not stopping. It just keeps going on and on and on. And it sounds like fast, tiny heartbeats. Okay? So these are your sensory details over here. Okay, next. plucking black seed coats from the head of bean sprouts. Alright, so over here, she's just talking about Auntie Sylvie and what her mother does during the lull. So lull is a period of like slow period of inactivity. So there's not much to be doing over there. Okay, come paragraph 4. Yeah, so she knows something, right? So this is dramatic posturing already. She sat beside the mother and then put her hand on her back. Her eyes set but no. So she knows something that the writer doesn't know. Okay, come, paragraph 5. Right, okay, so over here, if you look at the last line, can you tell me how does the writer normally perceive his or her father to be like? A very strong, a very amazing person, right? Because he used to look at him with longing and wonder. The father is probably out of the picture of the family already because there's wonder. He probably didn't know what happened. So in his mind, he conjured up this image of a very nice and wonderful father. But for the very first time, after hearing about how her father abused the mother, right? Then the writer felt very ashamed of his or her father and also very ashamed, very repulsed by the father. Okay? Okay, paragraph 6. Okay, very good. So from paragraph 5 and paragraph 6, what kind of person do you think the writer's mother is like? Yeah, empathetic, very kind, very self-sacrificial, right? Because if you see, like the mother couldn't do a thing because she had you to think about. So the mother was like, oh, I had the writer with me, so I cannot really do anything about it. I just have to endure it. So it's something about sacrificing herself for the writer. And also, if you look, the mother is disapproving about what the writer does with grasshoppers, which we till now we still don't know, but we know the writer catches all these grasshoppers. Okay, paragraph 7. Okay, so this is just about the grasshopper, right? Okay, last one I will read. To force the smaller grasshoppers to flee, I give the bag a few violent shakes, but there's usually one left. I reach in and bring it out, holding it delicately in my fist and feeling it ticking with life. When I open my hand, the grasshopper doesn't move. Then, in the next beat, springs away, disappearing into the dense grass. It never looks back. If only it were that easy for me to do the same. So, what do you think the writer wants to do? Run away, right? Escape. There's a sense of escapism over here. So maybe he wants to run away from the reality of what his father had done to his mother. Or maybe the writer wants to run away from whatever the writer is facing in his own life at that point of time as well. We don't know because this is just an excerpt from the whole book, but you can see that the writer really just wants to run away somewhere. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go through how to do the first 3 questions, and then we just do it on your own and we go through them together. Okay, after that. So what does the word ungainly in paragraph 1 suggest about the mother's movement? So take note, this is a vocabulary question. The first thing you need to do is to unpack the literal meaning of the word. Unpack literal meaning of the word ungainly. Okay, then you take note of the context. Context is mother's movement, right? So your answer should be the mother's movement was something, something, something. Okay, if you go and talk about any other thing, your answer would be wrong. That's one. Make sure the subject you are talking about is the mother's movement. And then go and unpack the word ungainly. If you don't know, try and break it down. Un is a prefix that means not, right? It's a negative prefix. And then li over here, this is a suffix. So it's the end of the word. So the root word is gain lah. But you know it's not the gain things the literal way. Think of the other meaning of it. Okay? So that's how you'll do this thing known as a vocabulary question. Go and try it on your own in a bit. Next, I help at her stall after school and on weekends when it's quiet. I like to play in the field nearby. What does the writer mean by when it's quiet? So first step, go back to the line which is quoted. Next step, look in front and behind. The answer should be there. So this is a direct list lah. So it's a direct question. Just do this and can already. Okay, so this is a direct question. Let's go. Fine. What does he mean? And B, just find the word which is similar. Okay, just one word to word, one word only. Okay, one word only. Okay, what does the phrase like fast suggest about the movement of the grasshopper? So same thing, this is also another vocabulary question. Okay, so just think about how we describe fast and tiny heartbeats. It's just like, right? So you must focus on the context. Context is movements of the grasshopper. So your answer would be like what? The grasshoppers were moving blah, blah, in a way that is okay. So this is 4 marks total, and we've gone through the question. So just take about 8 minutes. Okay, to do question 1, to A to B, and 3. Okay. Hey, did the Zoom just end? Okay, never mind, I'll continue first. What the heck? Oh, it's not? Oh my God, it just ended. What the heck? Yeah. Why is it here? Oh, it's here. Sorry, it's here. Okay. Nothing. My fault. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Y'all just continue and do the questions first. Okay, 1 more minute, then we will go through all the answers for question 1 to 3. If you guys are done, y'all can like, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's go through it now. I cannot find. Let me move my thing. Okay, for the first question, what is the meaning of ungainly? Don't know. Okay, so ungainly, right, in the dictionary means to be very clumsy or to be very awkward in terms of the movement. You can even go as far to say that it was ungraceful. Okay, so if the context is the mother's movement, so you say that the mother's movement was awkward or clumsy or ungraceful. So this question is slightly easier because you don't have to go and change much about the literal meaning. You just have to know what ungainly means and you would have gotten the answer already. So this will get you 1 mark. Okay. Anyone have any questions? Let me just open the chat. Okay, yeah. Okay, don't have, I guess. Now, let me just close the chat then. Okay, next question. I help at her store after school and on weekends when it's quiet, I like to play in the fields nearby. What does the writer means when it's quiet? Come, what do you write? Very good. So you go back to the line, right? In line 9, when it's quiet. Oh, sorry, it's line 8, my fault. Okay. When it's quiet. Okay. I help at her store. When it's quiet, I like to play. So yeah, there's very few customers. So over here. So you're right. It refers to moments when the popiah store had few or no customers. That is enough for 1 mark. Okay. Or even if you say when the store was not as busy or did not have any customers, also accepted. Okay. But what is wrong is if you say when there was no one playing in the field. This is wrong. So these are the accepted answers. If anyone has anything to clarify, you can just send in the chat or ask. Yes. Less crowded than usual. Yeah, fine. Less crowded, had fewer lah. Yeah. Okay. So okay, good. Anything else? No. Moving on. What is the word? Lao. Anyone else got a different word? No? Perfect. The word is Lao. Nice. Good. So most of you got a mark for it. Great. Now let's look at question 3. Vocabulary question. Okay, next. So what does the phrase like fasting suggest, right? So you just have to go and paraphrase it. Okay, quick, fast, tiny heartbeats. So heartbeat, how is your heartbeat like? Is it like just like sometimes slow, sometimes fast, or is it very consistent? How is it like? You all got no heartbeat? Okay, heartbeat, right? You all need to unpack lah. Let me go here. Yes, okay. So your heartbeat is something very constant, very steady, very consistent. That's something that you can talk about. Okay, and it's also very rhythmic. That's what you can say. Okay, then they also have the word fast, right? So you need to go and change the word fast. You can say rapid or quickly. Yeah. Okay, so putting them together, the grasshoppers moved / were moving, moved in a constant and rapid manner. That's something you can talk about. We're moving constantly and rapidly. Also okay. That's how you do it. You need to go and unpack the words within it first. If you don't unpack, right, you won't get the answer. Okay? So I hope you all know how to do this question now. Okay. Okay. Now, let's look at the next few questions together. 5, 6, 7. Oh, 4 questions. Explain why talking to Auntie Sylvie would sometimes ask him to play in the field or run an errand in line 20. So same thing, you need to go back to the line and you need to look in front and look behind. Go back to the line, look in front, look behind. So for this kind of 2-mark question, right? Take note, 1 mark would be a lifted. 1 mark would be your explanation / your inference. Okay, so you won't be 2 marks just from lifted or 2 marks solely from the explanation. 1 mark you will lift from somewhere, and then the other mark you will have to make some sort of inference about it. That's how you will get your 2 marks over here. Okay, question 5 is something that a lot of people hate or quite fearful about. So when you're wanting to do unusual questions, right, you need to say, what is the usual? So usually, what is the case, right? And then in this case, or you can use however, then what is it in the passage? This is how you will answer it. So my ears latched onto her words. Correct? So you must unpack what is the meaning of latch. Latch is to hold on, correct? But your ears is not exactly a living thing. So you cannot really hold on to anything. And that makes it very unusual. So when you're talking about effectiveness, you need to go and unpack what it means. And you normally do it in a particular format. And the format is, it normally have a verb such as emphasize, highlight. Okay, you will have these kind of verbs. And then after that, you will have the meaning of the phrase, contextualized. Okay, so this same thing, unpack the code and contextualize it. Latch on to her words, means she held on very closely, listen to it, very obedient towards it, for example. Okay, then you just put it in the context, what it means. Okay, lines 25 to 7, character. For character, same thing. Give 1 character only. Do not give more than 1. You all like to try your luck. And if you try your luck, you will get wrong. Because if 1 is correct, 1 is wrong, it will be wrong. If 1 is wrong and 1 is correct, it is also wrong. Correct plus correct is correct. Correct on its own is correct. Wrong on its own is wrong. So please just give it 1 word like that. If you go and mess it up, that's it for you. Just give 1 word. Okay, wrong side. Some people very kiasu, they add the word, add the quantifier, very, extremely. That is something you may want to do also sometimes just as a form of insurance, but yeah, you don't have to do it all the time. Okay, just take note of it. Okay, let's start at 6 first, don't do 7. 7 I'll go through together. Okay, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So take about 10 minutes. Okay, you start 12:35. 4. You can do this. Okay, let me go through the answer now. Most of you are done. Okay, let's go through together. Question 4. Okay, why would they ask him to go and play? So you go back and you see, because they say, my mother will ask me to play in the field, right? It is because the lifter is here. The topic that they are talking about is too personal. So that's the first part, the lifted. See, over here. The subject or topic they were talking about were too personal. Okay, or you can even say private. So this will give you 1 mark. And so what? So you must ask yourself, so what if it is too personal and private? Why must the writer go and play somewhere else? Why? Correct. Precisely, that is what. Okay, that's the answer lah. And they did not want the writer or the narrator, right? The narrator to know or listen to what they were talking about. So that is your 2nd mark. If anyone has any other answers, please let me know. Okay, this is how you would do it. 1 mark lifted. 1 mark is the so what. Ask yourself, so what? That is how you will get the answer over here. Okay. Next, what is unusual about the phrase? If you have got a question, just ask, okay? Any questions? No? Okay, no questions. Good. So what is unusual about the phrase above? My ears latch onto her words. If you see, okay, what is your answer? Not yet. Because when you talk about this question, right? Unusual, you are just literally talking about the literal meaning. We haven't go deep into the meaning yet. We are just literally, what is it? So you want to try? Okay, come. Yes. Okay, good. It's a very, 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 very long answer, but it's a very good answer that is accepted. Okay, that is good. Okay, the short answer is this. Let's see, okay? Usually, right? Ears are unable to latch onto anything. However, in this case, the ears physically latch onto something intangible, or you can just say words. Also okay. Okay, this is how you get the 1 mark. The usually, and then the opposite. Okay? Yes. Okay, some people will also say, usually things can only latch onto something tangible. You can only hold on to something tangible, but words is like you cannot touch, cannot feel. So how are you going to hold on to the words? You cannot do that, right? Therefore, usually things can latch onto something tangible, but the ears are said to be latching onto something intangible. We ask the question. Possible. Narrator Now let's look at effective. So effective, let's see, it is to actually emphasize what thing? The eagerness or interest the narrator had regarding the past of his parents, right? His ears, like that's the literal meaning of latch onto something, right? You hold on to the words very tightly, right? And what does that show? It shows that you are very interested in whatever was being said. That's why you need the context. You cannot just say the writer was very interested in what was being said. That is zero also. Context is required. Okay? Context required. No context was zero. Okay, you cannot say interested in what was being said. Cannot. You must be specific. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Anything else? Okay, cannot use back the word captivated as well. Specific. If you want to use words like intrigue and anything, it's also okay. He was intrigued by blah blah. That's also okay. Nice. You guys are doing well so far. Okay, this one just character, right? So you just have to give a lot of like adjectives. Come, give me one adjective. Anyone? Yeah, come. Sorry? Yeah, sacrificial, that's one. Okay, what else? Empathetic. Yeah, okay. What else? Selfless. Oh, good. Yeah, selfless. Okay. There are others such as caring, loving, protective, kind-hearted, as well as responsible. Because she did not do anything to retaliate for her son. Not for the narrator. Now, moving on. Oh no, we don't have time. I'm dying. Okay. Let me do the important one first. Okay, let's do 7A. 7A is important. And after 7A, we will go and do 11. Okay, 7A and 11. 7A in your own words, 3 steps. Number 1, identify the lifted. So go and find the lifted. Next thing, identify the keywords. Third thing, paraphrase. That's all. So you don't just say you feel like your answer is this or that. You go and find the lifted. Okay, you all like to tell me that you all feel that the answer is that, but it's not. Okay, cannot. That is 1. Just do question 7A. Oops. As well as question 11. For question 11, let me tell you how to do it. Listen carefully. Question 11, the first step, right, is always to go and read what is the focus, narrator's emotions. Because when you are in upper sec, or maybe if they want to make the paper difficult, you have many characters within the story. And sometimes they can tell you, they want you to talk about Tom's emotions, or it can be Lily's feelings. So you need to know what it is focusing on. And in this case, it is on the narrator's feelings. And for every single word you put here, make sure you are able to find a phrase. Okay, find a phrase or a word to justify your choice. If you tell the teacher, oh, I just feel I feel it's like that, then you know you confirm wrong already. Okay, because that's not how the answer is derived. So in the remaining time, please do questions 7A and question 11. We will go through together at 12:48. That's question 9A, is it? It's a word, right? Oh, it's paragraph 8. Sorry, yeah, paragraph 8. Okay. Sorry, for those who are ahead, this is paragraph 8. Okay, my fault. This is paragraph 8. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, thanks for pointing it out. Yeah, it's also paragraph 8. Okay. Yeah, both are paragraph 8. Sorry, I'm really sorry. Yes. Paragraph 8. So if you want to do 9A and 9B, yeah, go ahead. Okay, we'll go through all of them at 12:48. Most of you done already. Yeah. Oh, Later then I'll look at that. Okay. Now, what is this? Okay. Let me go through the answers with all of you. 7A. 7A, the listed is here lah. Not with longing and wonder, but share and repulsion, right? So keywords, longing and wonder. These are the keywords. Longing. Oops. One of them is longing. And the other one is wonder. Okay. So for longing, you can use words such as yearning, as the answer key said. Can also use desire. Okay. Wonder is amazement, admiration. Yeah. He admired his father. He was very amazed by his father. So these are words. I think most of you got the wonder part, but not so much about the longing, right? So therefore, it's very important for you to identify the keywords, because if you don't specifically target the keywords, right, then you won't get the answer lah. Okay. So yeah, then this is how you do it and put them together. The narrator used to view his father, or used to yearn for his father and admire him. Okay. Okay, so for B, just talk something about the abuse. He learns about his father abusing his mother. Something along those lines would be good. Okay, or is he treated his mother badly? So okay. Yeah. Oops. Okay. Identify a word. So this word is meticulously. For those who haven't, who have done it already. So it's delicately. Please remember the quote. I never quote because, yeah, but just quote to do it properly. Okay, you need to quote it. If not, you'll get 0. Important. And last one, what's the word? Violence. This quote. Okay, this question a bit cheap. I will go to it if I have time. Okay, paragraph 1. Tell me, what is your answer? Okay, you put curiosity. Okay, what is the clue? Is no matter how many times I ask, right? So it's like he keep asking because he is very curious. So yes, that is the answer. Curiosity, that is the clue. Curiosity. Okay. Paragraph 2. Fascination, what's the clue? Okay, it's more like just this lah, the captivate me part, right? Yes. Yeah, the captivate me part, so that would be fascination. Good. Okay, paragraph 5. Yeah. Okay, what is the clue? Yes, very good. Shame and repulsion. Nice. Okay. So remember, the focus is on the narrator. You don't care grasshopper or whatever. Okay, good. Last one. Okay, what is your clue? Yeah, it's a realization of how much the mother sacrificed, all right? So if you realize how much somebody sacrificed for you, correct, yes. This means like wow, why she do that? Yeah, you know. So it's more like she's very thankful for the sacrifice. Okay, so therefore it is gratitude. So these are the 4 answers for the question lah. Okay. Hey, good. Oh, no more already. Let me see. Oh, it's on the other side. Sorry. Okay, come. Yeah, I think we are running out of time already. So I can't really go through the summary with you, unfortunately. But my advice to you when you do your summary, right? Where is it? Here. Okay. I don't know what your school teach you lah, but my recommendation to you is don't go and change the points. Don't go and change the words if you really cannot. If it comes to you, right, it comes to you. But if the word doesn't like come to your head immediately, then just forget about it. Okay. But at the very least, try to rearrange the organization of the sentence. Okay. Use your connectors as well. So talk about firstly, secondly, thirdly. Don't just dump everything there because that will help you organize your points and that will give you more language marks. Even if you never really change the words, it is fine. And why I say don't change the words, right, is because I don't want you to lose the point lah for the content. You try to get so high for your language, but your content also very low, right? Then your language also will be very low if you did not manage to paraphrase accurately. Okay, let me look at the chat first. 9B. 9B. Hold on. Let me type the answer for 9B. What is 9B? Oh, 9B. 9B violet. Oops. Why I typed here? 9B is violet. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to the bottom. So I was saying, don't change it because I'm very scared you don't get the content mark. It's better to get 8 marks for content and like 2 or 3 for language, right? Then you get 10 or 11. Rather than you try to get so high for your language, but you fall flat on your face and get like 4 for content and like 2 for your language. So if you feel confident, then go ahead and change. But if not, the exam strategy, just go and copy the 8 points, put the 8 points in, get 8 marks, and then language get 2 or 3. And then you are settled already. Okay, so just do that. Don't like, yeah, some people like they have this very big ego and everything, they just want to change, but don't just get marks and move on. Don't need to get 15 marks. 11, 12 is good enough already. Okay. Initially I wanted to ask you guys to find the points because it's just paragraph 5 and 6, but I don't think we have time for that because I need to end. I think there's another class after this also. Okay, so before we end, I need to show you all the PowerPoint, but it kind of closed already. Oh, okay, yeah, you all need to, can you help me do a survey, please? Not say need to lah, but if you all can do, it would be great. Okay, it's on the worksheet. I think it's been updated already. Let me try and scan. Okay, so please try and do the survey for me, okay? Yeah, then 3 people will get prize. I think they'll use some scheme to give you a prize. Yeah, it's not me. Oh, yay, it's working. Yeah, it's working. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. Okay, so just do that and we are done. And if you got any questions, I'm here to answer them. Okay, with that, we are done. Please do the survey. I would appreciate it. Okay, yeah. Okay, can. Good. Hey, y'all can go if y'all need. Okay, I'm not chasing you away, but if you want to go, y'all can go.